Hi, my name is Chris Levesque. I'm with the Biology Department at John Abbott College. In this video podcast, I'm going to talk about an easy way to prepare video podcasts that both teachers and students can use. This video is a summary of a presentation that I gave at the Educational Technology Week at John Abbott College in March of 2013. Now, the first thing is obviously to define video podcasts, or what some people call vodcasts. A video podcast is quite simply just a short video presentation that's portable. So short, meaning that it's usually less than 10 or 15 minutes, and portable, meaning that it's available online through various platforms, such as YouTube, for example, and so it can be accessed through various devices, be it a laptop or a tablet or even a smartphone. So the goal, once again, of this video podcast is to show how both teachers and students can use this tool. First, I want to show how teachers can use video podcasts either to supplement their course material or to provide visual support to illustrate complex concepts. So what I've done, for example, I teach biology, and in biology there's certain concepts that students find more challenging, those core or central concepts. What I do is I cover them in class, and then I prepare brief podcasts illustrating those concepts. And that's a good way for me to allow students to have access to a tool that they can use to review these concepts at their own pace, at their convenience, anywhere they want, and they can use that on portable devices. So what I've seen, for example, is a lot of students were carrying these podcasts on their smartphones and watching the podcasts when they had time to kill on the bus, for example. Instead of just wasting their time, they were actually reviewing material prior to a test. In other cases, video podcasts can literally replace lecture time. I don't use podcasts to replace lecture time personally, but several people use video podcasts in the flipped classroom setting where really the video is there to convey material to students, to cover the material, and the time in class is saved for student supervision and group work. Another way to use video podcasts is in the MOOCs, the more and more popular massive open online courses that are offered through Coursera, for example, and in those courses all the material is covered through short video podcasts. Now, students can also produce video podcasts to broadcast their work, and I want to show you just a couple of examples. For example, what you see here on the screen is some of my students taking marine biology, a course that we teach in Barbados and the Caribbean. One of the things they had to do was to document the biological diversity of a coral reef, and instead of just handing in the data showing how many species were found there and how many fish and things like that, they had to produce a video podcast which they illustrated with pictures or even video that they shot underwater in Barbados. And then in the video they describe the diversity, the types of species that are found, any remarkable feature of the site. And these podcasts can be watched in class, and they can also obviously be posted online and made available for other people. In this case, people in Barbados are interested in looking at those videos. Another example is I taught another biology class where, as part of a term paper or term assignment, students had to research a topic, and instead of just writing a paper and handing in a paper that only the teacher is going to read, they had to produce a podcast, and then we watched the podcasts in class, allowing all the students to learn about the topics. And some students agreed to post their podcasts on YouTube, and they got some views from other people outside of the college as well. So really the idea here is that students can produce something that other people are going to be able to benefit from through podcasts. There are several ways to prepare video podcasts, but the easiest one is called screencasting, which is simply recording what you see on your computer screen as well as a soundtrack like your voice. There are several screencasting tools on the market, and you can prepare your podcasts with software, open source software like Cam Studio, for example, which does a great job. Or you can use websites like Screener or Screencast-O-Matic, which allow you to screencast without installing anything on your computer because they use a JavaScript. You can also use audio editing software. Audacity, for example, is an excellent open source software. So that's screencasting the hard way, quote unquote, and that allows you to prepare a very, very polished and almost professional looking podcast. On the other side, you can use the easy way. You can use PowerPoint, and the advantage here is first, most teachers and students know how to use PowerPoint, and second, if you want to produce podcasts without spending too much time preparing and editing your videos, go with PowerPoint. You're going to save a lot of time. So what you need to do this is simply Microsoft PowerPoint, either on a Mac or a PC, and a microphone. Macs have built-in microphones that are pretty good. You may also want to invest in a microphone, or even better, a headset, if you want to have better quality audio recordings. There's 4 main steps to produce a video podcast with PowerPoint. The first one is obviously you need to prepare a PowerPoint presentation. Then you record the presentation with your voice directly in PowerPoint. You then save the presentation as a video file, and finally you upload the video on an external platform such as YouTube. If we look at the details, first thing, of course, that I mentioned was you have to prepare a PowerPoint presentation, and you can actually modify an existing presentation. So if you're giving your lectures with PowerPoint, you can simply summarize your lecture just to highlight the main concepts. It's wise to use the widescreen ratio, the 16:9 aspect ratio, which is the one used in high definition television. It looks better than the 4:3 ratio that PowerPoint defaults to. So if I show you an example, this is 16:9, so this presentation or this video podcast is in 16:9, and 4:3 looks like that. It's not bad, it's just that it looks more like old TV. So in modern devices like laptops or tablets or smartphones, the 16:9 looks a little better. How to do this? In PowerPoint, you select the Design tab, and then on the left, click on Page Setup, and you have this pop-up menu that you see on the screen here. Under Slides Sized For, you're going to choose On-Screen Show 16:9. You click OK, and it reformats your presentation in the 16:9 format. So when you prepare a presentation, it's a good idea to make it dynamic, adding graphics. You can embed videos within your presentation, and it's a good idea to add animations. You animate text box, graphics, pictures, and the transitions between slides to make it more dynamic and engaging. Then you're going to record the presentation with your voice directly in PowerPoint. It's important to choose a quiet room. You want to minimize background noise. Ventilation in most buildings is going to be really annoying as a background noise for the listener. It's wise, once again, to use a headset to record your voice. Built-in microphones are not necessarily the best quality. So to record the presentation, you, in PowerPoint, you select the Slideshow tab, and then just underneath the tab, the Record Slideshow, start recording from the beginning. And then you have this pop-up menu, Record Slideshow. You want to make sure that you select both slides and animations, as well as narrations and laser pointer, because you want to record both. You click Start Recording, and then you're going to get this screen here. On the top left, you have the recording box, which gives you on the left the time you've spent on each and every slide, and on the right, the total time of your presentation. When you're done, you press escape, that ends the recording, and then you'll see all your slides with a little speaker icon at the bottom, and that shows that there's sound attached to the file. Now the next step is just to save the presentation as a video file in PowerPoint. And to do this, you're going to click on the File tab, select Save As, and then instead of saving as a PowerPoint presentation under Save As type, you're going to select Windows Media Video. Click Save, and this is going to take a while, but after a few seconds, you'll see something like this appearing. At the bottom of your screen it says creating video within the title of your video, and it's going to take several minutes. You have to be very patient. It takes several minutes for your video to save. And when it's done, well, the last step is simply to upload the video. I'm not going to cover this extensively, but there's various platforms. Obviously, YouTube is almost universally known. It's easy to use. It's if you've never used it, it's simple to find information how to use it online. In educational institutions, Moodle might be available. You can directly upload your videos in Moodle. You can create a blog. What I've done, for example, for my general biology classes is I had a blog where I posted videos periodically. So that was done through Blogger, which is the Google blogging platform. You can even create a Facebook page and embed your videos within Facebook. So thanks for watching and good luck.